Alright, how's it going everyone? I got a pretty exciting video for you today. I'm gonna be showing off the upgrades that I've done on my GT Aggressor Pro. I've had a couple people ask me to make a parts video of what I've upgraded. I've had the bike for about 2 years. Pretty much have upgraded almost every part on the bike. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys through it a little bit right now. So we'll just start from the top to bottom. Right here we got a handlebars. These handlebars actually just came off of one of my spare parts bikes. So I had a full suspension bike and upgraded the handlebars. So I took these handlebars and placed them on here. We got this stem here, which also was part of the replacement parts. I had a wake stem on there from Amazon. It worked perfectly fine. This one just looked a little bit better. The wake stem, however, when you clamp it to your handlebars, it leaves little indentions where it was at. I don't know if that's completely safe, so just went over to this one. Moving on down, we have the RockShox Recon RL Solo Air Fork with motion dampening and full lockout. This was about 200 bucks. Got it on sale before the whole pandemic hit and people started rushing to buy parts. I got the V Flow Snap tires here. Again, came off of that one full suspension that I had, kind of a spare parts kind of find. Moving on here in the front brake, I got the Tektro Draco in a red, kind of matches the color, so that scheme I'm going for. Comes up here, the Tektro Draco. I got this on Chain Reaction Cycles. It's a European website, but I go on there often and get tons of stuff off of there, as they often have a ton of great deals. In the back brake, I have the Clark's. I think it's like M2. Seems to work really well. Got some pretty good bite to it. Let me go ahead and show you that back here. Yeah, the Clark's M2. I mean, it works pretty well for what it's supposed to do. Already back here, we'll just look at the tire again. The same kind of tire, the Flow Snap from V Tire Co. It works well, gets a lot of grip. All right, then as you saw a little bit earlier, I have the Ergon GE1 grips here. These are by far my favorite grips. They're so comfortable. It extends the handlebar a little bit to give you a little bit extra room. Yeah, the headset on there is a stock headset. Moving on down, we have a 1x drivetrain system. So this drivetrain system came actually off of the spare parts bike that I have. So it has a 9-speed on the back. This is actually a 9-speed micro shift 11 to 46 cog tooth with the Shimano Acera 9-speed that came off of my spare parts bike. Then we got the JG bike oval chainring up front with the IXF crankset. We got the race face Chester pedals here. I got them on REI on sale for like 30 bucks. Thought it was a steal, had to go with it. The oval chain ring cost me about 10 bucks. The cranks cost me about 50 bucks. This micro shift, if you haven't been into micro shift, they make some pretty budget friendly drivetrain systems, which are pretty spectacular for what I've been using them for. So again, this one's 11 to 46 tooth. And it fits the stock Shimano Acera that came on my Diamondback Atros 2. Yeah, so moving on up, we have here the Wtb Saddle. I mean, this was a must. The saddle that comes on the GT Aggressor Pro kills you on long bike rides. I mean, I was pretty sore for a couple days after using those. Yeah, so overall the GT Aggressor has been a pretty solid bike. I mean, I just upgraded most of these things because I've progressed to steeper and steeper trails, I feel pretty confident on this bike, taking it almost anywhere. Now that, I mean, this fork here, the RockShox Recon RL, it's a little dusty because I've been riding a lot lately, but it's 100 millimeters of travel. It eats up the bumps. I mean, obviously there's better forks out there. However, for the straight steerer tube, I felt this was the best option to go with. Again, I got it for $200. The whole bike, I got it from Dick's Sporting Goods, maybe about 2 years ago, year and a half ago, for $300. It was on sale, and then I had an extra 20%, and so yeah, I got it for about $300. Changed the fork, changed the handlebars, changed the grip, changed the brakes. The brakes are a must if you're doing a lot of downhill, because the mechanical brakes are just not going to cut it. These are hydraulic brakes, obviously. The hydraulic brakes are just a huge upgrade. Yeah, like I said, just keep an eye out on Chain Reactions or different websites for them to go on sale. This one, I guess, originally was priced around $70. Got it for around $25. This one originally spec'd, I think, at like $30, $40. And I got it for like around $19, $20. Yep. So what do I think should be your first upgrade once you get this bike? First upgrade, I mean, some inexpensive things. I would definitely do tires. The tires, stock tires, aren't for grippy downhill rides. They're more so for a little bit of XC, a little bit of commuter style stuff. I mean, these tires here, I was gonna throw some Maxes on these. I have some extra Maxes, DHF and DHRs, but these are just nearly the same. Huge, knobby, grippy. So yeah, I definitely do tires. And if you're doing a lot of downhill stuff, I definitely do brakes. So tires, brakes. I know they're the M200 Shimano's on Amazon. You can get from JG Bike. My brother has those on his GT Aggressor, and they work fine. They work pretty good. So I definitely do tires. I do brakes. Definitely a stem. So the stem that comes on these ones is like a long stem and it's super heavy. So when you move to a shorter stem, it gives you a little bit more edge on this and a lot less weight taken off there. Yeah, then after that, I mean, I would do maybe a fork, widen out the handlebars, maybe do a fork, and then eventually a seat for some comfort. I'm riding downhill, not sitting down a lot. So, I mean, just to get to the top, I was willing to suffer through it. The thing that I would do probably last, and I know a lot of people are really into this part, but I'd probably do the 1x to the drivetrain last. I mean, the stock system, the 3x, it's a little clunky, but it works. I mean, it gives you a wide gear range. The only reason I actually went to 1x on this one is because I stripped out the crank hole here that attaches to the pedal on my original one. And so I just decided, well, let's go 1x. All right, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below and I'll get to them when I get to them. All right, have a good day, man.